Hey guys, FunnyGuyTimmy here. It's actually hot in here. I don't know why. It's like early January, but I am sweating. But I wanted to do another impression video, how to do impression video for you guys. So I was trying to find some that were as good as my Christopher Walken, or ones that I find as good as my Christopher Walken. But I didn't really find many that I do really, really well that other people really either would know or, you know, are even still relevant anymore. But there is one voice that I do a lot that I think the younger audience or people my age would probably know and probably enjoy, and that is a StrongBad impression. It's a voice that I don't really make money doing it. I don't do it in a lot of videos, but it's an impression that I really, really enjoy. And so I want to show you guys how I do my StrongBad impression. So first off the gate, if you don't know who StrongBad is, probably stop this video now and go look up Homestar Runner. That's the cartoon show. They have a YouTube channel. Just type in Homestar Runner or just type in StrongBad, one word, and you'll find who I'm talking about. Red-faced, dumpy, round cartoon character. It was an online cartoon back in like the early, I can't say early 2000s. This is still the early 2000s, but probably like 20 years ago, maybe. Oh, between 10 and 20 years ago is when it was up, and it was a Flash cartoon. Back when Flash cartoons were like the thing, and hilarious character. So early on, StrongBad had this very luchador Spanish accent, and it's kind of changed since then. It's kind of like watered down. It's not as thick of an accent, but there's still kind of there's still a little bit of like a Spanish or a European accent in there. So one of the first things, obviously I have to drop your pitch. So StrongBad, it talks like this. It's very, very low, very chest noise. Tries to sound macho, but he's actually really small and tiny of a person. But don't tell him that you said that, because then I'll hate you forever. Like, he's never gonna not hate you. Try to punch you in the face, but he probably won't be able to reach you. But he's got boxing gloves for hands, big round face, and as you can tell, there's a little bit of an accent that's weird. You can't really place. You're not really sure where it's from, but it started out like Spanish luchador, like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Like that kind of accent, but it's not that anymore. Now it's more just kind of very, very masculine, ladies like it. I gotta tell you, the ladies really like this voice. It's like, it totally turns them on like a light bulb. Like the minute you start talking to StrongBad, they go crazy for it. I gotta tell you. But, okay. So one of the things that's important for a StrongBad impression is, first thing is he has this D sound in his voice. There's a strong D sound. And really what it is it's his tongue lingering on the roof of the mouth for a little bit too long. The tongue kind of stays up, like the top half of the mouth, more often than the lower part. And so when he says D's, it's almost like a Middle Eastern pronunciation of D. It's like a D. So it's very soft, and it kind of stretches. D. So when he says stuff like look at that dog. Look at that dog. Like it's the D is a lot more punchy, and the tongue really scrapes across the top of the mouth rather than just saying dog, which is it's done really quick. But man, what a damn, right? Oh my gosh. So D's are one of the things, and then most of the pronunciation is again in the top half of the mouth. So the top half, it's like most of his pronunciation is being held back, is being reserved. So instead of saying everything at like the tip of the mouth or at the teeth, you're saying everything at like the back of the mouth, and at the roof of the mouth. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's where the tongue is in most syllables, in most of his pronunciations. And to get the lower register, what you're really doing is you're kind of like, you're bowing out your chest and tilting your head down. See how it already sounds a lot more bassy and a lot lower pitch when I do this, as opposed to this right here. This right here, it's more sibilant, it's brighter, but do this and it automatically adds just more gravitas to it. So that's an easy step to get it a little bit lower. And then what you're also kind of talking through like one side of your mouth. So it's like, oh man, dude. So this one's kind of pinched and this one's mostly open. And again, the tongue is at the roof. So like get some cold ones. Like it's all there. Slight Spanish accent, tongue lingers in the roof mostly, and then you're going to be adding a lot of graveliness. That's kind of almost like, you know, when you're coughing or, you know, have like a sore throat. It's kind of a hard voice to do for an extended period of time if you're kind of new to it or you haven't really done it for too long. It will start to irritate the back of the throat, and it's a rough voice, so there's no real easy way of doing it. It's going to just have that kind of irritating graveliness. And if you don't naturally have that kind of pitch and that kind of graveliness in your voice, it's going to automatically, it's just going to irritate your throat. So anytime I do it, I drink a lot of water. I used to have like a gig, if you want me to say something for like family members or whatever, as StrongBad. I used to do that, but then people kept expecting me to include a cartoon, and I was like, I'm not an animator, so I just got rid of it. I might bring it back, but I don't really want to make money off of their thing. But I do like, you know, if you want a surprise phone call for family members, you know, that's fun, and I like doing that. That's normally why I do most of my impressions. Now, God, it's so hot in here. Oh my God, I'm sweating all of my balls off. It's like 3 balls. One of them's like not supposed to be there, but it is. There's not much else to say about the impression other than you have to know the character. You got to really know the character. Watch and memorize how he says certain things. Sometimes he'll really stretch out like O's. Like mostly when it just says oh, just oh, like it just it goes up and then it comes down at the same speed. So what you're telling me is, like, there's almost like a sing-songiness. Like it really stretches out stuff. Most of that's for comical effect. Most of that's for that kind of comical timing. Also, when he says the, he says D. So instead of the, he says D. So like da cheat, it says da cheat, which I think is another sign of kind of the Spanish European pronunciation of certain things. Again, based on his luchador original design. But anyway, that's basically all I have for how I do a StrongBad impression. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. It's totally fine. If you'd like to see other impressions, leave that down in the comment section below. If you're new, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Check out my other impression videos if you like this one. And until next time, peace.